I'm Gary and this is the Kilted Drummer. Hey guys, welcome back to the Kilted Drummer with myself Gary, and welcome back into the dining room. We've had a wee bit of a move around with the furniture in the room, so it might look slightly different in the background for you folks. Okay, as I said, normally in the dining room what we do is grab one of the miniatures and samples of the shells, and tonight what I've done is I've grabbed a wee bottle of Ardbeg 10. I was having a look back through some of the videos and I noticed I actually haven't covered Ardbeg, which bit of an oversight. So what we'll do is we'll get some of this in the glass and then we'll have a wee chat. Ardbeg, Isle Distillery over on the west coast of Scotland. The distillery is on Port Ellen, and it's owned by the Glenmorangie Group, which is part of the Hennessy Group, if I remember right. Distillery itself has the capacity of putting out somewhere in the region of 2.5 million litres of whisky per year. Ardbeg have a number of sort of core range drams, going from a 5-year-old they call the BBC up through the 10 and so on, and then they put out a large amount of special releases. They have a sort of subscription style service where you get emails, etc. And through that you can order various bottles that come out. Sometimes it appears to be almost monthly of different expressions from Ardbeg. Particularly one with 10-year-old, pick it up on the shelves for somewhere in the region of £40, depending on your location and your suppliers. What we'll do is we're just going to have a wee sniff in at the Ardbeg and see how it is for you all, guys. Straight off, if you know Isle of whiskies, you know what I'm going to say. It's got that smoky, peaty, I don't know, it's almost something you're going to find in nearly every Isle of whiskey. There are certain ones now that you won't get the peatiness in it, but generally speaking, you pick up an Isle of whiskey, and that sometimes scares people, that you pick up an Isle of whiskey and you're going to get that peaty sensation, that peaty smell, peaty influence. And Ardbeg is one of those ones where you're going to get that peat, and I like it, and it's there. As I say, it's a 10-year-old, it's been sat, allowing that influence to come right through it for the 10 years. It's a non-chill filtered dram, so none of that sort of the oily smells have been taken away from it. It's still there. There's maybe a citrus in it as well. Like a caramel and a toffee sweetness. It's nice. Let's give it a wee sip. Tobacco, old leather. People often, for me, when I go for a peaty whiskey, it always gives me memory of an old leather chair, you know, and the pipe tobacco. It's lovely actually. Kind of envisage some, you know, old, dusty and musty library somewhere with the oxblood chair sat in the corner, and you can just tell the old man's been sat there in his tweeds with the pipe and everything, you know. It's lovely for me. It's just, sometimes what you get in the nose and the taste, it's not about a tasty note, it's about a memory it stirs up, and for me it's always that old man sat on that little leather chair with his pipe. I love it. There's a nice finish to it, there's an oily feel almost. There's no burn in it, and there's a slight aniseed maybe on the finish. 46% ABV, so it's got a nice sort of semi-decent ABV for a £40 whiskey. And it does, you know, it's not one of those ABVs that can be quite sharp and burny. This is probably the most bog standard of Ardbeg's expressions that you're going to pick up, and there will be other ones you can go out there that you can sort of work your way through, and you will find some really strong, heavily peated. I almost want to say more burny drams, but that maybe doesn't make sense. But there are more Ardbegs, there are a lot more you can try. And I think if you're into your PE Isla whiskies, it's worth delving into the Ardbegs. You know, there's a lot of them out there, and you'll have, I think in some sort of scenarios, there's almost an argument. People argue whether Ardbeg is better than Lagavulin, and whether it's better than the Freud, and there are little cliques and cults of people who prefer different ones, and they can get quite territorial over their different island whiskies. Definitely get in there, definitely grab them, explore them, find out which one you prefer better. I know which one's mine. I'm maybe not let you in on that one yet. But yeah, Ardbeg 10 for 40 quid. Why not? Sponge.